So the new look Brooklyn Nets have made their debut over the weekend, and I played 2 games since then, and they look pretty good to be fair. The combination of James Harden and Kevin Durant playing against the Bucks and the Magic, they played pretty well, with them showing the ability that they can contribute to winning basketball and can perform towards a winning effort, with both of them performing extremely well without Kyrie Irving and showing why people do see them as two of the best 10 players in the NBA. Looking at the Magic game at first, KD finished with 42 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists, with 2 steals and 2 blocks. Meanwhile, Harden finished with 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 14 assists, with 4 steals as well. And this was a great performance for both of them, being able to perform straight away without any extensive team practice together. It shows that both of these two players are players who are able to work together well and are able to perform in a way that will be able to lead them to success in the playoffs. And one of the things that was seen from them was both of their abilities to, when one is on the pull up with the dribble, walking past the half court, if one of them is on the wing and is able to get a screen from someone like Bruce Brown or DeAndre Jordan, being able to get one of them open creates tons of mismatches for the other players in terms of, are they going to double team, whether it's Harden coming up to the half court with it? Are they going to double team him, or are they going to keep it on a one-on-one possession, possibly giving someone a massive mismatch on KD while he shoots over someone possibly like a guard? And while they did perform well in this game and were able to score ridiculously well and contribute higher, they did only win by 7 points. And then looking at the game that was just played earlier this week, when they met up with the Milwaukee Bucks, a lot of people's main favourites to win out of the Eastern Conference before this trade was made, Durant finished with 30 points, 9 rebounds and 6 assists. Meanwhile, Harden had 34 points, 6 rebounds and 12 assists. And what was great about both of their performances in this game was the fact that when one of them did get doubled, they were able to pass out to the open shooter, whether it was someone like Joe Harris or Bruce Brown, or even when either one of them was in a bit of a pickle with each other, they were able to use the pick and roll together to get the other guy open and to give him the spacing that he needs to perform well as he can. So when you see these two play together, a lot of people do easily see it as one of the best duos that is in the NBA at the moment. And the questions that will be asked is, how will this team perform when Kyrie Irving gets put back into the mix, as he has come back to the team after missing 7 games due to personal issues, which he hasn't exactly disclosed, but it has seemed to be something that has affected his mental health. So people do need to lay off Kyrie a bit with the attacks that he has received for him being missing. But back onto basketball, Kyrie, when he gets added to this team, will be an interesting one for the main fact that all 3 of these players do have high usage rates. And when you come across players like these, one of the most important things for them is that it isn't exactly all ISO plays or all just my turn, your turn, my turn. The ball does need to be spread in an even flow and does need to have a little passing around to make sure everyone's happy and make sure that the ball isn't just straight up one-on-one possessions on every drive that they pull up to. And I think that one of the great things for this to be solved is the fact that they both have Steve Nash and Mike D'Antoni on the bench, who are both great offensive minds who will be able to find a way to get these 3 to play together and to use to the best of their strengths. And I think that one of the ways that this will also be sorted out is the minutes. I don't think that while at the end of the game and right at the start of the game, all 3 of them will be on the court together. I think that all their 3 minutes will be spaced out evenly so that when 2 are on the court, one of the people will be on the bench. And I think for the main fact, most of the time, I think we will see both Harden and Kyrie switch their minutes with KD, with most of the time either Kyrie or Harden unlikely to be on the floor together at the same time. And while that is good, one of the biggest concerns for the team is on the defensive end. And what we see about this is the fact that when they gave up the likes of Jarrett Allen in the trade for Harden, with someone like Allen, he's able to provide the rim protection that is needed from a center like him. And when you look at a player like DeAndre Jordan, he isn't exactly mobile enough or versatile enough to provide the defensive strengths that Allen does provide. And you can see that both in the Orlando game and in the Milwaukee game as well. In the Milwaukee game, both Giannis and Chris Middleton were able to get to the rim pretty easily for the fact that they didn't have a rim protector who was able to provide the things that they need. And when Jordan was off the floor, they played a small ball lineup, which can cause mismatches. And this is a major concern for the team, for the fact that if they do see themselves as the best threat to come out of the Eastern Conference, how will they guard someone with Giannis's ability or with Joel Embiid's ability when it does come to the playoffs and it is a bit more slow in the half-court offense? And then you come down to the NBA Finals, if they were to able to make it to there with the defending champions, who would be there to guard Anthony Davis, who is a complete mismatch for pretty much everyone. And if you have someone like Durant attending to guard him, if it's not DeAndre Jordan, then who's going to defend LeBron James? And I think for the Brooklyn Nets, one of the most important things for them to do to create this team better and allow them to play to their strengths is to pick up a rim defender, someone who can take the pressure off Durant and DeAndre Jordan to protect the paint and keep it safe while they're there. And with the Kyrie thing, I think that they do need to just take their time with it and gradually bring Kyrie into effect where they can be able to use all three of them effectively and have a system where all three of them can, while have lower usage rates, perform efficiently as possible so that they don't have to overanalyze one player or overuse one player where he's become ineffective and one of the players falls left out, like almost Chris Bosh or a Kevin Love sort of way where they've become a clear third wheel in the team. But that's just my opinion. Like and subscribe. Follow my social medias at Mej2Hoy on Instagram and Facebook, and peace out.